So sometimes a woman is married and they've been separated for a while. She gets pregnant by another man. The husband on the hook
for that child.
What up, YouTube? Stevie Knight here. Night Talk-ish, man. Before we tap in, make sure y'all pull up the shop, StevieKnight.com. Anytime you see your boy rocking some drip that you're rocking with, man, pull up to the site, find something like I got you. Yeah, about to put the fellas on game, bro, because I got put on game. I had to find the whole video. This morning, I got sent a short reel of an attorney dropping some knowledge that blew my mind when I heard what she said, dog. So I had to find the original video to get a little more context. So that's why I'm here. Put fellas on game. Hell, put women on game, bro. Like, it's just depressing. Just the institutions of things. You feel me? Most specifically, marriage court, divorce court, custody court, all that, bro. It's not meant for us to succeed. You know what I mean? But anyway, it comes from the podcast. Name of the podcast is called the Family Court Podcast. So I'll leave a link to the original video, description box below, bro, because it's an hour and some change. We ain't going through all that, bro. Got some timestamps here. And they're interviewing an attorney named Joy Farrell. Off topic but relevant. I actually went to school with her. Definitely recognize the name and recognize who it is. And I know she practices law, bro. So it's a small ass world. So hopefully this could lead to us getting her up here to discuss a lot more with everybody. You feel me? But up until then, she's discussing secrets to 50-50 custody cases and maximizing dad's chances, bro. Let's get it.
You think a daddy don't want to pay child support?
What?
Absolutely do not want to pay child
So
support.
it's worse on the mom's side.
They do. They are not paying the child support, okay? They just feel as a birthright, they brought these children to the world, they should not have to pay. But if I have a contempt case, you haven't been paying your child support, but I get in your bank account and I see you out here eating out at restaurants, you shopping, you just living your best life, but you ain't paying this child support, you going to jail today.
I don't want to spend more time.
The thing where most fathers go south is not acknowledging that child support and parenting time are two different things.
Okay.
And so you'll have a dad who's been on child support for years, and he'll say, I don't understand. Like, I've been paying my child support, I'm on time, I'm never late. She don't let me see my son. And it's like, okay, well, did you file a legitimation? No, I didn't do that. I thought because I was paying child support, I could see him. That is not what that means.
Yeah.
So women can pursue the child support. As a man who's unmarried, you have to pursue the parenting time.
Okay. So legitimacy, can you break that down for those that don't know what that is?
So illegitimate child is what you have when you have a child out of wedlock. And so to make that a legitimate child, you have to file legitimation.
Okay.
Basically saying, hey, state of Georgia, I'm going to raise my hand. I am the biological father. That is my DNA. And I'm the legal father, which means I know I'm responsible for this child. And I want a relationship with this child. So I'm going to petition the court for it.
Okay.
That status. And then within a legitimation, we talk about the custody, that joint, or that legal and physical. And we talk about the visitation schedule, what that's going to look like. And then we also talk about child support if child support is not in place.
I can't tell you how many damn stories I've heard from y'all about just the horror stories or just the fucked up situations y'all feel like you guys are in when mama got all the custody, is doing her damnness to keep the baby away from pops, regardless of what you're doing all the right things, paying all the fucking child support, you know what I'm saying, abiding by court orders, this, that, and the third, and the woman's taking advantage of everything. You know what I mean? I can't tell you how many times I've read and talked to y'all about these certain situations, bro. And I mean, I don't know if this is mirrored in all other states, right? But I mean, I'd imagine there had to be some type of mechanism to replace it, because the child is illegitimate, based on what she's saying, it would make sense for there will be a procedure to take place to make it a legitimate child. And I know, I know that most of the time men find themselves in the positions. Well, not gonna say most of the time. I know a lot of the times men find themselves in up situations like this because they're just uninformed. They're ignorant of what's going on. They're ignorant of their rights. They don't know what they can do, what they cannot do. And then once you're relying on CPS, they pretty much should take advantage of you as a whole anyway, man. So a private law firm definitely gonna goddamn have your back much more. But you know what I mean?
Now, if you're legitimating a young child, baby or 1 to 2 year old, women can also request reimbursement on birthing fees. A lot of people don't know that. Like whatever wasn't covered, they can have to split that out of pocket. So that's usually on the counterclaim from the mom. But that's what you have to do. And where a lot of dads go wrong is right here. They're in a relationship. They got a little baby. Baby's sweet. They just cutest little family. And so I don't need no legitimation. Me and my baby mom's cool.
Right.
You know, we together, or, you know, we cool. And it's like, you cool till you not.
Yeah.
And that day will always come. And see, what happens is when it comes when your baby is 7, we got a problem. Because there's a timeline on legitimation.
Really? Wow.
The first thing we look at to whether or not we're going to legitimate is, did you abandon your opportunity to do so? Wow. And so you can't be out here waiting until your child is 10. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do it now. Because you can easily get denied that way.
Really? I did not know that.
Absolutely.
So how do you determine, though, well, I guess, how did a court determine that the father have abandoned, if you have been there for, 4 or 5 years?
That's going to be the determining factor, is how have you been there and can you prove it? Right?
Wow. Okay.
So, like, I had a guy I met with a few weeks ago. He didn't hire me, ended up hiring another firm, but he didn't like what I had to tell him. So he has a 13-year-old. Okay, so that's a long time. That's 13, like 13 years.
Yeah.
And so, so it's like, so what have you been doing the past 13 years? You know?
So you have to show that.
Here's what he's been doing. He's been trying to terminate his rights for the last 7. Okay?
What?
Like, sign the papers. Like...
He didn't want it. Right.
And now that... And trying to, like, let the stepdaddy adopt. And now that child support services is coming after him for whatever, oh, I'm a legitimate. I want custody.
Trifling shit.
Like, boy, you should.
That sounds like an easy case, though. Yeah?
I mean that's why I ain't take it. You know, I reckon he went and lied to the lawyer that took the case, because I said, bruh.
Yeah. That's bad.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, that's bad.
I was like, when the last time you talked to your daughter?
Wow.
She was 7. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, that's bad.
And you behind on your child support.
That's bad.
No. So, like, that's a clear abandonment of opportunity interest. Now, sometimes we have dads who don't know about their children until the child is 4 or 5. So then we starting at that point. Like, so when you became aware of this child, what did you do?
Okay.
And then if we have those situations, like most dads, which is, me and moms are cool, we ain't had no issues, we just explain that.
Okay.
Like, he had no problems. He didn't need court intervention. You know, mom was allowing him to see the child or whatever. But then when he got a new girlfriend, that shut down. And so now, as soon as, and so this is what dads need to know, as soon as you start being denied your parenting time, that's when you need to be coming to see a lawyer. Okay. Because I can fix that. Like, I don't care if the child's 10.
Right.
If you've been seeing your child for 10 years and then mom say, hey, I'm about to move to Illinois and you got a girlfriend and I want the baby to come over there, the child, you need to be in my office the next week because we can justify that.
Okay.
Say, you know.
That's my first time ever hearing about seeking legitimation of a child, bro. I'm under the impression long as you paying, you doing your due diligence, right? But nah, what she said the women seek the payment and the daddy seeks the relationship, dog. You gotta motherfucking exhaust all resources to make that happen, bro. And CPS is not gonna work what you're doing, so bro. So that puts motherfuckers in a bind too, cause you know the average man ain't got enough. I'm sure that your average person, period, don't have enough bread to be coughing up to private firms to assist with that, man. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do, because CPS is going to hang you. The CPS don't have the man's best interest at all. You have to seek private counsel if you really trying to get something done, if you really want your rights represented.
He had a consistent relationship for 10 years. He didn't need the court, but literally the moment that his rights, his pseudo rights were revoked, he sought the court's intervention.
Okay.
So we can justify that.
Okay. So, and I wanted to get this clarified if I can. Just because you give up your right, it doesn't take away your obligation when it comes to child support.
That's
Can you,
right.
Can you talk on that?
That is
Because
correct.
most fathers think that just because, I'll give up. Right.
How many people will be terminating their rights if they do that?
Just to get up child support, right.
You won't have no daddies, okay? So yeah, you can terminate your rights, but you still gonna pay this child support.
Wow.
Until somebody
That's
else.
crazy that she said that, though. We wouldn't have no daddies, dog. I know she joking, man, but damn, bro, because in running narrative, it's that black men specifically are deadbeat dads and don't want to be around their kids. But I know that's false, logically, bro. But that's the narrative out there, bro. Like, what person, like moral man is gonna give up their rights and responsibilities to a child that they brought into this world, dog? It's got to be the minority of men that actually gonna fucking do some shit like that, bro. Knowing that's your loins. You brought that fucking child into this world, regardless of the fucking circumstances, and just be like, even with Shawty having all the control over what she's gonna do with her body, bringing that baby in here. Once the baby's here, I mean, you got to be one fucked up motherfucker to be like, nah, I don't want no parts of that. And that's you. Half of that is you.
Steps into
up.
those rights.
Okay.
So that baby has to be adopted by someone else before you would alleviate. So for those dads who are really thinking
child support, right.
You won't have no daddies, okay? So yeah, you can terminate your rights, but you still gonna pay this child support until somebody else steps into those rights.
Okay.
So that baby has to be adopted by someone else before you would alleviate. So for those dads who are really thinking such a thing, if your child's mom has another husband, you want to be having the language of step-parent adoption. Okay. Especially if the child leans on that man as a dad and loves that man, and you're not involved with that child, and you kind of trying to free yourself up. The conversation is the adoption. Okay. I think he does a great job. I'm willing to let him adopt. That's how you get off child support.
Okay.
But
until then,
what motherfuckers gonna want to do that though, bro? Am I giving the homies too much grace? Are y'all really that goddamn shitty out there, bro? Y'all some shitheads out there like that. Like, what man gonna just give up their motherfucking kids? I mean, it hit entirely different when you a father, bro.
Adopt. That's how you get off child support.
Okay.
But
until then, you're still obligated to.
Yes, but to those dads who are so gracious to adopt their wife's children, please know the long term of that is that if that marriage ends, now you about to be paying child support.
Oh, child, that's
for
not
them
yours.
kids too,
Wow.
because they are yours now because you adopted them.
Okay.
And that happens quite a bit.
So what if the biological father is not in the children's life, and then the next man steps in, but he doesn't legally adopt the children? Can he still be liable for child support? Because I've heard some people.
So it depends.
It
depends. The easy answer is no.
Okay.
But I have people do interesting things, like when they are like really feeling each other. So like they do things like meet women while they're pregnant.
Right.
And like really like this woman, and she has this baby that he know ain't his baby, but like he's like signed the birth certificate. Like,
that's the worst thing that she can do.
Like, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
You're acknowledging.
Facts, bro. She hard, dog. Like, bro, what type of sip shit is you on, dog? The What the hell, like goddamn? I mean, you got to be a sad motherfucker there, boy. You got to be a sad motherfucker there, boy. They got, first of all, fall head over heels with somebody 9 months with somebody else's kid, and then you get sucked in the goddamn signing to be pappy. You deserve everything that come to you, bro. You're the idiot. You're the idiot. That's like the worst type of stepfather situation that could ever be, bro. You can't even like do nothing with her, depending upon like how far she is in the pregnancy, bro. But then can you imagine, bro, smashing a 7-8 month pregnant woman, but and the baby not yours? That gave me the wrong feeling, bro. That just feels so wrong.
You're basically saying you're acknowledging paternity is what our law calls it, and that's all we need to put you on child support, whether you daddy or not. But don't do that.
Right.
Like if it's not your baby, and it's like I don't care what she say about not knowing where the daddy is. You just don't have a daddy on the thing, and then if y'all end up working out in a couple years, and you are the father figure, and you marry this woman, adopt the baby.
Yeah.
You know, but stop signing birth certificates and
dumbass.
And ladies,
I wonder how much.
Please stop naming your children after.
I wonder how many times that's happened, bro. Because she's speaking like that shit be happening all the time.
And ladies, please stop naming your children after daddies that you know is not the daddy. And then get mad about it and try to change it. They be so adamant. He ain't even the dad. Well, why didn't you say that when you named him Junior? Like, why would you do that?
Right.
I want to change his name. Well, you can't do that. Because a lot of times, I mean, sometimes dads really get attached to these children that are not their children.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, our laws are developing where there's a little bit of recourse for that.
Okay.
But it's really a tough situation. So, and this is also another thing people do where we talk about being responsible. So sometimes a woman is married, and they've been separated for a while. She gets pregnant by another man. Her husband is the father.
Wait, so the husband
is the legal father, not the baby daddy is the husband on the hook
for that child.
And so you can't even get divorced in Georgia if you're pregnant.
Really?
Because Georgia favors legitimate children being married in wedlock, regardless of who put the baby in there. Okay? So you can't get divorced while you're pregnant, which I'm waiting for a couple babies to be delivered right now. That ain't the husband's. We're going to have to deal with it.
Right.
You know?
What? What? Hey, I mean, boy. It one thing, like I thought the worst situation from paternity court, I mean, outside of shawty lying to you and it not being your baby, but like a stepfather stepping up for a baby that ain't his, but then separates from the mom. And I've heard of instances where the court still puts stepfather on child support because of the quality of life stepfather has given said child. But here you have marriage is bonding you, making you liable to pay for a kid that ain't yours. The damn dude that fucked your ex-wife, splack, she bringing a baby in it, and now you are liable for that motherfucking. Are you kidding me? What? And then you know what type of you got if she making you pay them child support payments too, making you fork up cash for her new dude's baby. The fuck, and the type of bitch he is too. If that happens, though, I got to know how many times that's happened, bro. I got to know what type of. I gotta know how many times she see women allow that to happen to let her ex, her not even ex, it's her husband, because they separated, dog. Her husband pay for a baby that ain't even his, bro. That's how a motherfucker will get body bags for real, dog. What? What in the law enforcement? She said. I mean, it's Georgia. I mean, y'all gotta tell me if y'all heard anything similar in some other fucking states, bro. But they don't recognize illegitimate children, bro. So she married on paper. So whatever the fuck she fart out by default is yours. So what happens? Ooh, I got a question. I gotta write that down. Cause I don't know. Is separation? Is there documents submitted for separation? Cause my thing is, if he's responsible for the baby because they married, what if Shawty cheat while they married and get pregnant? Is he still on the hook for the baby that she cheated and got knocked up by? Yeah, man. It's like. I'm saying, man, the institutions ain't institutioning, bro. Ain't shit out here looking for your self-interest, your mental state, your physical state, bro. The fuck? A law gonna lock your ass in to take care of the baby she had with somebody else. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. But yeah, what I wanted to show y'all, bro. I'm gonna watch the rest of this shit on my own time. I'm gonna hit Joy up, ask us a few more questions. Matter of fact, if y'all got any questions y'all want to ask, y'all's particular situations, man, you know what I'm saying, put them in the comments or DM me on IG or hit me up on the Patreon. We can get into it, bro. But yeah.